What's going on, friendos? We are back somewhat. Been a lot going on. The computer took a dump. Seems like everything around the house is breaking. Everybody's sick. You see, looking in the room, this room looks like crap too. Parker is not feeling well and his glasses are broke. So it's been a rough week for him. So he's not here today. Well, he is, but he's in the other room. But we got the computer up and running. Just thought we'd put on some baseball stars on the Neo Geo. Baseball stars 2 to be exact. So I know it's been like 2 weeks since we've done a video. Computer went down, and you know, there's more important things that time than fixing it, right? You know, bills, responsibilities, all that fun stuff. So, but we're up and running. You know, just that's how it goes, right? But you know, we were out for those week and a half, 2 weeks, and you know, I've been doing work, doing the Instagram stuff and posting random stuff on Instagram every once in a while, but we couldn't post videos. And then I come across a comment. Dang, I'm just foul balling it up. On YouTube, I didn't know you can message people on YouTube. I thought, you know, you could leave a comment, but and somebody commented about, you know, I guess they can tell we don't take this seriously, and you know, there's no consistency with our videos, and no consistency, and you know, we'll never be good at this because we don't take it seriously, and our microphone sounds horrible. So this is all one person, and this person, which I'm not going to sell them out. I could post their, you know, dox them or whatever, but that's just not, it's not worth it, right? Went on this huge tirade, just going and going and going, and about how, you know, streamers that do it, you know, we're not going to be successful streamers. Good luck trying to make a living off this. Well, dude, this was just for me and my kiddos to have fun and spend time together, right? And that's all it was. And we're not trying to be moist critical or Asmongold, which love those guys, great. You see, majority of our stuff is kid friendly stuff, right? Like, we don't cuss, we don't play super violent games, like, because I want it to be to where I'd be okay with my kids watching it, you know. Every once in a while I might let a cuss word slip and I feel horrible after I do. And we try not to play super violent games. We play pretty goofy games. But I mean, that's what we do, right? This dude goes on this huge rant, and I had to look at his profile, like, you know, and I found him on Facebook and stuff, just because his Facebook was listed. And he's in his late 40s. And my thing is like, why are you watching a channel that has routinely said it's geared towards younger kids, right? Like, has routinely said that they're not trying to be famous, they're not trying to be big time streamers, they're just doing this for fun, man, just to spend time together, right? I mean, it's been said over and over. That was good. That was a good catch. I thought for sure that was a home run. But apparently I didn't respond to him fast enough. So then he went to my Instagram, to our Instagram, and left a crappy message to me there too, saying that, you know, our videos look like crap, our audio sounds like crap. I need to, there's classes, and with all the knowledge out there for free on YouTube and everywhere else, that our stream shouldn't be that bad. You know, and that we should stop. And it frustrated me because, dude, we're not trying to be any of these people. We're not trying to be Moist Critical or Wubby or Asmongold or any of these people that I don't even know who streams, but that's something we're trying to do, man. We're trying to have fun. And it kind of broke my heart a little bit because this community, the video game community for the most part, and like the retro game community, there's so many great people in it, right? That was safe, my butt. So many good people in it. I've met so many good people, you know? And we're never mean to anybody, man. And we don't make fun of anybody. We just kind of do our thing. So for this grown man to go out of his way to leave crappy comments just doesn't really make sense to me, man. And I tried understanding. And you know what? It actually made me super angry. But the more I sat and thought on it, I was like, dude, this guy is miserable, man. He's in his late 40s. Everything on his page was anime and anime girls, and it hit me. I was like, oh, I know exactly what kind of dude this is. You know what I mean? He should probably be on Roblox. If you know, you know. But it upset me, man. It really did. And just thought, you know, it'd be different if we were hateful or we made fun of people or there was a you know what? I thought he would auto catch that. We just have a good time, man. We try to. And we're gonna get back into it, you know. Parker's just full roll with school and band and all that other fun stuff. So it's just difficult, you know. And you know, but we'll get into it, man. We'll get back into it. And it may not be the best audio and it may not be the best video. But then again, we didn't go out and spend a bunch of money on crap. This was all cheap stuff. This was hand-me-downs. This was used pieces, garage sale finds, all that kind of stuff. You know, and the hard drive came from my older brother. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, hey, I got an extra hard drive. Put the hard drive in it. We got back up and rolling. You know, but this isn't meant to be serious. This isn't the end of the world. This isn't a profession. We'll get back into it. We'll run. You know, we'll have a good time with it. You know, I've actually thought about playing and you know, doing another YouTube channel and, you know, play more grown up, more adult games. Just me by myself, you know. But I never want anything to affect Parker. You know, Parker, you see him, dude. He's on here. He's having a good time. We're talking crap and joking and playing. You know, but stuff like that, dude, like uncalled for just because you're a miserable human being. Yeah, people suck, man. This is the moral of the story. Dang it! I was so close. Yeah, the dude's Facebook page and Instagram and stuff was quite suspect, but out, baby. Yeah, but for somebody to spend that much time being angry, and then you came to our Instagram to talk about how horrible we were, was even funnier to me. You guys aren't consistent. Some of the games y'all play aren't good games. Some people haven't even heard of half the games y'all play. I'm like, that's the point, my dude. That's the point. Like, there's so many cool games that nobody knows anything about. You know what I mean? Like, so many weird, off the wall, random games that people know nothing about. And I would love for people to know about them. So, I guess more of the story is you could be anything in this world. Don't be a turd. You can be anything. Don't be that dude. What was that throw? That was pretty impressive, bud. Skedaddle. Oh, there's no way, bud. Come on. I thought that was out of here. Let me just hit a home run. Let me just hit one of them Holmeses. I like the old baseball games like this. There was one on Nintendo, on NES, the original NES, called Base Wars. If you never played Base Wars, I remember playing it with my buddies and your robots. And you beat the crap out of each other if the call, well, if the call is questionable or whatever. That throw, that throw was ridiculous. Um, but yeah, man, it's a good game. Base Wars. Your robots, and you could duel, like, you know what I mean, like. Strike. Neo Geo was such an odd console, so very expensive, right? Such an odd console. Super expensive. The games are all pretty subpar. I actually got one. A buddy of mine bought a storage locker. Like back before it became like one of those things where it's on TV and they're like, fighting over the storage locker. He actually bought a storage locker before it was cool, and he was like, "Hey, I got everything I want out of there." I think it was like an old repair shop of some sort, because there was a whole bunch of old car audio amplifiers and electronics and stuff. But he got these showcases and all this random stuff out of there. And he's like, "Yeah, I got to get everything out of here. They're gonna charge me." And I'm like, "All right, cool. I'll come help you." So we went, and I got a Neo Geo that was in there, and a 3DO. 3DO worked. Neo Geo did not. Dang it, this dude's pitch is killing me, man. What is this guy got going on here? Jerks, all of them. Yeah, it was cool, man, because one was the Neo Geo was in the box, and that showed that hit me. And I didn't get paid to clean out the storage unit because it's a buddy thing, but he also let me keep whatever I wanted. So I got those two consoles. There was a bunch of old car audio amplifiers, which I thought were super cool, from the 80s. early 90s. That has all since then been sold on the interwebs. Audi. Man, if I could have back my collection of everything I've sold, video game related, it would be insane. I bet I could put it like in a museum setting. So much stuff, dude. Stuff I've traded, sold, you know. Get hard up as an adult, like, oh god, I gotta pay, we gotta pay this bill, that bill. You know, I'm like, this fool Parker's broke his collarbone twice, had to, sell stuff to get money for that. Just random, but man, I had so much cool stuff. I had a Pico, which I thought was really cool. Okay, got it. Pico, TurboGrafx 16, PC Engine. Never had the TurboGrafx 16 CD, or the PC Engine CD, I mean. Atari Jaguar at one point, which I never got to play. I bought it off a Facebook Marketplace. No, Craigslist. If you don't know what Craigslist is, you're missing out. Don't go on there now, though. You get abducted. But Atari Jaguar, I got it. Had no power plugs, no controller, so it probably didn't even work. And I was talking to a dude on where was it? Oh, it was at this game collectors thing that was going on at Shriners, and we were talking about it. And he's like, "Oh yeah, man, I want one." Da da da. And I was like, "Yeah, I got one. I don't even know if it works." Like being funny with him. He's like, "Man, I don't care. I'll buy it if you want to sell it." I paid. Well, okay, so I bought it in a box full of stuff. Full of video game stuff. I mean, just a bunch of stuff, and then like VCRs. I mean, just such random. Oh, stinks. Dang it. And it was in there, but I paid 40. I paid 40 or $50 for everything. And it was one of those things where it was like somebody's cleaning out, all their garage or whatever, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it works. The lady was very, very sweet. She was really cool too. I was there for about 30 minutes. She smoked about 40 cigarettes. She was old, but she was sweet, and she kept trying to give me Arizona iced tea. She had like all these Arizona iced teas, and she like kept trying to give me Arizona iced tea. Like I was gonna die of thirst if I didn't have one. She is really sweet though. But yeah, so I sold it to the dude at the video game thing. He took my number and met up with me later that day. And I mean, I sold it to him, as is, not working, no controllers, no plugs, nothing. And got $100 for it, which, $100 for something that possibly didn't work, or $100 for something that possibly did work, and I got burnt. But you know, ball. That was a pretty 85 miles an hour. I saw a video the other day of this high school kid throwing over 90 something miles. That was 100 shots your face, 127 miles an hour. It was like 97 and some change miles an hour, 98 and then 99. And I was like, holy crap, it's a kid, a high school kid. Out of Texas, I believe, which Texas, they build them differently out here. I don't really watch baseball, but I remember Nolan Ryan was the man, and I don't know what his fastest pitch was, but Nolan Ryan, I remember he hit the dude with the ball, and it just, you can see the guy went crippled for a minute when that ball hit him. Dude was throwing 100 plus miles an hour, unfazed. Lame. I don't know, man. I I feel like I was casting shade on like Asmongold and Moist Critical with Charlie and those guys. I wasn't. I dig those guys. I watch them. I think they're funny. Whether video game stuff or political stuff, which they'll like. They don't do so much political. They do world. I'll watch them. I'm entertained by them. But I'm not casting stones at them at all. Just I said those are people that were completely out of our league, and we weren't trying to be those people. We're not trying to be, you know, not trying to make a career out of this. If Parker could do something, like this and make a career out of it, awesome. I support him, but that's not our goal. You know what I mean? His education is my goal. Is his goal. Me being able to provide for my family is my goal. So I may not have the best microphone or the best camera, or I may not have the best computer. But you know what, dude? At least we have each other. We have everything else that a lot of people don't have, you know? So it's a blessing all the way across the board. And this is just trivial. Oh, did you see that? That was my power up, I guess. Dang it. Yeah, you guys are just whooping me, boy. Game set. I mean, I like to win every once in a while. I never do, but I'd like to. And then you got the old owner up in the box office, angry. Um, Help, man. I'm ashamed to say that even got to me. You know that dude's comments even got to me like that. I really am ashamed to even say that. Because I tell Parker and I tell the other kiddos, my other kiddos, I'm like, hey man, don't worry about what anybody's got to say. Just do your thing. Do your thing. Rock it out. You know. And I let this dude get to me. And I didn't even respond back. I wanted to respond back and be so hateful, but I didn't, man. I just I was like, yeah, good luck, man. You know, thanks for your. I'm just knocking these files left and right. I was like, thanks for your input. I don't know, man. Dang, that was another good one. Out. There's no arguing that, buddy. I was out. I mean, I know that's part of the game. Oh, that was right down the middle too. At some point, though. Okay, hold on. Change. Ugh. I do like baseball games, the older baseball games, man. I don't care for any of the new stuff. Just not for me. That's like old basketball games, man. Like I love NBA Jam. NBA Jam, one of my favorite games. These new basketball games, though, nah. Right. I like old Madden. Like when I say old Madden, I mean like Sega Genesis Madden. You know what I mean? Like EA Sports is in the game, like Madden. Oversized cartridge Madden, you know? Not what people are paying $60 for now. And granted, back then, the old school Madden was $60 too, right? It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like you just I feel like the games had more substance. And it may have been the same game packaged back and forth over and over and over throughout the years. And I just didn't pay attention. But now that I know that's what it is on these newer systems for 60, 50, $40 a piece, I just can't do it, man. Another score. I just can't do it. I refuse. So, but you know, baseball games are trash. I saw that they put what is her name on the WNBA, the me bound chick, Reese or whatever. Man, she's on the cover of that game. No, I'm gonna pass. But like, yeah, NBA 2K on Dreamcast, loved it. NBA 2K on Dreamcast was awesome. I can't think of too many games on the Dreamcast that weren't great. Oh, on Sega Genesis, you had Mutant League Football, Mutant League Hockey. Man, you'd you'd hit the somebody from the opposite team and they'd break into pieces. I'm surprised they haven't redone that. Any of them, that franchise, which I think was also EA. They're too busy. They're too busy doing mini transactions for everything under the sun. Dang, catch, buddy. Yeah, EA used to crank out some goodness, boy. Now they're just cranking out them transactions. You know, everybody's waiting on the new GTA. Everybody's waiting on the new GTA, and I'm over here waiting for them to redo the original Silent Hill. You know, or bring back NBA Jam. Or like a new Tetris game, dude. Like a spit. You know what I would love? I would love for somebody to make a Tetris game that all had all the Tetris games. Oh, come on, dude. Had all the Tetris games on it. You know what I'm saying? You could do it. It'd be a small file because Tetris doesn't take up anything. But I love Tetris, man. But something that had all the Tetris games on it. Dang, these dudes are cleaning my clock. Mm. Uh huh. I'll catch you slipping, leading on the bases like that. No. Look at those guys. They're just running it, boy. Good job. I know I'm not supposed to say good job to the opponent, but good job. Why is there nobody in the field? Would take the day off? Look at this guy. Screw. 6-0. 6-0. Six to 0. And the thing is, oh no. I don't know if you can even hit a home run in this, can you? Because I'm clocking these bad boys, right? I'm sending them downtown. Ow! Ooh. Mummy. This guy's name's Mummy. Because he's 100,000 years old. Okay. Well, this is a cool game, man. I don't think I've played this one until now. There's another one too where you're a robot. It's pretty cool. This console, though, this console was, baseball was like sports and fighting and like shoot 'em ups. I don't think there's any like good action like platformers or adventure games really. I could be wrong. Probably not though. I've went through the list a couple times. I could be missing something. You guys know of a game like an adventure game? Let me know. Even the faces look good. Let's see. Prospero. Okay. Oh man. So is anybody still playing Roblox? I know everything going on right now. Not the best place to be for the kiddos. Right. So if you're a youngster and you're watching this, be careful for certain people on a Roblox. Anybody starts being weird or talking weird to you, go let an adult know. Get with an adult, because unfortunately there is some people out there that do not wish you well. So, and they'll pretend to be what people they're not, So, just use caution, guys. Tell them go, be like, hey, something's not right with this. Tell an adult, let an adult know. I'd hate for somebody else to get caught up in this and get hurt, as a result. So, just be careful. And parents, if your kids are playing it, man, just keep an eye on them. Because there are some shady business going on. And you know, from what I'm understanding, Roblox isn't really doing anything about it. The CEO, all these people, they know this is a problem, and they're not handling the problem correctly. You know, so the boys have been pulled off of Roblox until further notice. You know, and the boys are really good, man. Like, if something's strange, they'll be like, "Hey, you know, this is weird," or "I felt, you know, somebody said something to me I didn't like." So, I mean, there's that, but you can't be there all the time, right? And I also want to make sure that wherever they're at, whatever they're doing, they're safe. That's the important part as a dad, right? But you know, if I'm at work or I'm doing, you know, I'm doing the yard or something along those lines, and I can't, you know, watch, you know, that kind of leaves an opening, doesn't it? So you just got to make sure your kids are informed, make sure you're informed. Like I said, man, youngsters, keep an eye, man. Be very vigilant, because not everybody wants to be your friend in a good way, you know? Use the power up. Baby? There we go. There we go. Look at that. I even got a little mascot to come out. Check me out. I'm sinking them, baby. That's 2 in a row. What is going on? What is going on? Okay, hey, if I sink this one again, I'm calling it quits because that means something's wrong. The game's glitched. Plus, like, I know it's a game, right? And you're supposed to have fun, but if you're just clocking the game left and right, are you really having fun, dude? You know what I mean? It's like some people, they will cheat through a whole game. Dang, good job. But like I remember the Game Genie. My buddy had a Game Genie, and we were playing Contra, I think, and it was unlimited, so he'd just get hit and he wouldn't die. And I'm like, that kind of takes the pizzazz out of the game, doesn't it? You know, same thing with Battletoads. You know, I was like, come on, dude. You know, some games you just can't. Don't get me wrong. Some games I would love an extra life, man. An extra life or a weapon that, you know, a weapon that. Hey, good job, home run, Busta. How do they got the same mascot? Get out of here. Um, but you know, some games, man, you gotta take the beating and enjoy it. Dang it, 2 in a row. Okay, okay. You didn't like that I was getting up on you, huh? I get it. I get it. Strike. Let me call in this other pitcher. Let me call in this guy. We'll call him Sneaky Fingers. Change. Baseball is cool though. I think if I was gonna go watch any sport, any ball game, it would be baseball. It'd be a baseball game. I'd like to go see a hockey game. Basketball doesn't appeal to me. Football doesn't really appeal to me. Man, boxing. I used to love boxing, and boxing kind of lost its pizzazz, lost its shimmer and shine. I mean, you had Tyson back in his heyday, which I was super young for Tyson. You had this dude named like Prince Yassim or something. Dang, Wow, come on. This little dude would wear like these like leopard skin trunks, and he would like front flip into the ring. He was pretty cool. A showman more than anything. He was a good boxer, and then he got beat once and called it quits. And I was like, nah, well, that sucks. He was very like Mayweather with his like jumping around. Oh, that's lame, lame, lame. His bobbing and dodging and weaving and stuff. He was very like Mayweather, which I cannot stand Mayweather. I think it's just because he's so cocky. Dang it! Where did you go? Ridiculous. Yeah, Mayweather's I'm not a fan of, but there hasn't been any real. I mean, like you got Jake Paul, right? And you can say what you want to say about Jake Paul. Jake Paul's an athlete. He's cocky. He's got a mouth on him, right? But he's an athlete. Him and his brother both, whether you like them or not, you like their business practices or not, they're both Jake more than the other one, but they're athletes. They're they've got a history, a background in wrestling. Um, they and the thing is nobody wants to give him credit because he was a Disney kid. But I'm like, he was a Disney kid, and y'all are giving him crap. Justin Timberlake was a freaking Backstreet Boy and a you know Disney kid, I think, right? And y'all spend millions and billions of dollars to go to his concerts, right? And buy his merchandise and movies that he might be in, or you know, so. But the kid's a beast, man. You know, I think that I don't know how boxing really works. Like, I think you have to have X amount of fights before you get your pro card and all that fun stuff, right? So he's got to get somewhere, get in somewhere. But he's knocking dudes out left and right. And if you don't like him because he's cocky or whatever, just go off. You can go off like what kind of person he is, right? Good catch, bud. Ben Askren is somebody was a professional UFC guy, great fighter. He boxed Ben Askren, which that fight should have never happened. It was not good. Ben was not in good shape. He was overweight. I think he like does jujitsu. He's not a stand up punch, throw punch kind of guy. And I think he got knocked out by Jake Paul. And I think he got knocked out by Jake Paul. But Ben Askren had some sort of infection in his lungs and had to have a double lung transplant. Had to have both of his lungs, double lung transplant. Like, I didn't even know that was a thing. And his insurance said, no, we're not covering it. And apparently, Jake Paul stepped in and put money towards it. Now, this wasn't Jake Paul saying this. This was coming from other people. So it wasn't like he was tooting his own horn, look how great I am. But even if he did, even if he said, look, I gave this guy X amount of money, you know, big deal. You still did it. You still saved this man, helped save this man's life, right? So even if you don't like him as a boxer or as a showman or a businessman, you gotta have a little bit of love and respect for the human aspect of him. And the thing is they started off with money, obviously, right? I mean, they were. I think their family was as well off. I think that them being Disney kids, they got paid well, But you still got to do the work. You still got to do the work. You still got to show up. You still got to make videos. You still got to do the B rails, and you got to do the interviews, and you have to do you got to do all that stuff. You got to do the advertising. You got to so Hate all you want. Look, they gave this dude his own intro. Do you see this? Okay. Steerake. This guy's gonna knock it out of the park. Watch. Safe. Dang it. Steerake. Yeah, just as a human being, man. I've realized a lot growing up that sometimes you got to kind of flush some turds and deal with others, you know. And dude helped save a man's life, and I think Ben Askren's got kiddos too, so he helped save their dad, you know. I do think though, if they gave that kid a fair shake, he could be a monster. So I'm trying to think of good baseball games on Genesis. I don't know if there was any good baseball games on Genesis. Safe. Get out of my face. Now you playing in my face. Is it 10 to 13? Man, these dudes are cashing me out. What? How's that safe? That was lame. I didn't really mean to do that. Hello? I don't care. Yes. No. Nope. Don't care about them either. What? Nothing. Nothing at all. Yeah, all right. All right, you. All right. But play. Bye. You. Bye. Sorry. Let's see. Change. What are they beating me by? 20 by 10? Oh my gosh. I was on the phone for 2.3 seconds and these dudes putting the beating on me. Speaking of beating, did anybody see Rampage's kid freak out on that wrestler and almost beat him to the grave? Insane. Like, man, some people just don't need to be out in public, and he's one of them. They need to put that dude. deep, deep, deep into the cage of Never Never Land or something. I don't know where that dude needs to go, but not out in polite society, my friends. Not at all. Some people just have no social, have no emotional control, man. You know? No emotional control whatsoever. It's crazy. Because he waited for this dude to be dizzy and then ran up into the ring, which was supposed to happen. From what I understand, what I'm understanding was, as part of the spiel, was he's supposed to run in there and, you know, body slam him or whatever. But then he went um, full remedial and punched the dude like 20 something times in the face. I think the guy is actually still in the hospital. And then somebody called him, like his promoter or somebody, called Rampage's kid, Raja or Raha or whatever his name is. I was like, hey man, you know, Bubba, it's bad. He's like, oh, my bad. Like, what do you mean, my bad? Like, almost killed this dude. You almost ended him. Sad, man. Super sad. Power up, baby. Strike. It's crazy because I'm so old and my vision is so horrible and my glasses are so out of date. I can't see half the time this ball flies towards me. I'm not making excuses. I'm being serious. Like it blends in, and I'm like, what? Where's the ball? So you'll see me. I keep repositioning. It's because I'm trying to find out where that ball is. Because my vision is trash. I'll be. Hey, a little bit. Stop. Uh, boneless. 92. 5. Use this guy. What do you mean, use this guy? Oh, you swapped out? Hold on, dude. I think the owner's cheating. He's like putting in like hitters. He's like, yeah, use this. Look at that. He was at, look at him. We know what's happening. We're Mark McGuire and get all over again. Mark McGuire. Well, guys, I got beat again. I'm going to hop off here. Just wanted to play a short game, get back in, say hello. Hopefully Parker will be in here Friday. We'll do another video Friday. I just kind of wanted to vent and say, hey, you know, I'm sorry if anybody's disappointed that we haven't been posting. But like I said, we've been down. And, but you know, we only have 16 subscribers. So it doesn't really seem like anybody cares anyways. You know, but we're enjoying it. So thanks for hanging out. I hope you'll have a amazing week, guys. It is only Tuesday, but man, God willing, the rest of your week's gonna be amazing. I don't know where y'all are at. We're in Texas. The weather's starting to cool down a little bit. I'm sure some of y'all could use that too. Just do everything you can within your power to be amazing. Be good to each other. Stay out of trouble. Keep an eye out. You know, And I hope y'all have an amazing rest of the week into the weekend. Be safe. And I hope whoever's here today is here tomorrow. Um, you know, there's so many places, um, so many places you can be, and so many different things you can do in life. Just make sure you enjoy it. Make sure you're having a good time while you're doing it, and make sure that the people that you love and that you cherish know how you feel. You know, I know with guys, it's really easy to say don't be emotional or show your emotions. You know, but it's okay every once in a while. I'm not saying cry about everything and be a diva and be whiny, but it's all right to have emotions. It's okay to remind people that you love them. It's okay to remind people that you're glad that they're around, right? Safe. Safe my tail. Throw that guy in the street. But anyways, guys, have a great week. God bless. And I hope to see y'all Friday. And thanks for letting me vent. Dude kind of made me super angry. And that's on me for letting him get to me like that. But thanks for letting me vent. And I do appreciate you guys. Have a good night. Have a good week. Stay out of trouble, guys. I'll see y'all Friday. God willing. And one day I'll have this whole thing figured out, so I'm not looking like a total clown clicking around with a mouse, right? All right, guys. Peace.